It's alright.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, it's like, what, 4 a.m. over there?
Yeah, 4:11.
Fuck.
Yeah, and we are live.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Chaos120 stream. I am Terra, your favorite cyber bitch. As the stream title suggests, Scoobie is fucking exhausted with everything. So he's asked me to host. Well, not host, but MC. So I'm going to go from my left. You may not see it as it appears. We have Dunes Slayer.
Styler.
Dune Styler.
Yeah, what you say? I don't know. Kind of the token German or something?
Token German.
The token Kraut. Then we have Heinrich, my Mr. B.
Greetings, sweetheart. How you doing there, Harley?
I'm doing all right, Mr. B. I've got one major fucking headache.
Oh, me too. Me too.
And then, of course, we have my favorite Jeff Goldblum impersonator, Irving fucking Twin.
Yeah, hi. Leave me alone.
No French, nothing like that. Just yeah, hi.
Very Jeff Goldblum of you, buddy.
And then we have Nano Reaper.
Hi.
We have Rational Outlaw.
Hello.
We, of course, have our Scoobie 331.
And might be taking a leak right now.
No, I'm here. I'm here. It's just the computer lags. Sorry. I'm here in spirit tonight, guys. I'm very exhausted. But Tara's doing her thing. And she's very good at it. She's better than me. That's why she's hosting. So I'm just here. I'm here for as eye candy. So just look for Evil Mickey. I'm here.
And we have Tyro Inkoe, which I do believe he is eating dinner right now. So, how is everyone tonight?
Getting ready for work.
God, do I wish I could see you naked.
Yeah, I know. It'd be nice to have company over here now that everybody's gone for once.
Ah, and you have to work, son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. I know, it sucks, right? The one day out of the year, everyone's gone for a change. It's like, fuck me, I gotta go to work. Man, this sucks.
I know, right? Because, you know, damn it!
Yeah, I know. We could do things. And you want to know what would make things even shittier? My rave buddy, my hot rave buddy, called me earlier and she's like, "Hey, you want to go out tonight? I gotta work. Oh, there's this event, there's goth event going on." I'm like, "I'd like to, but I gotta work."
Speaking of goth, guess what's happening when I'm gonna be in DC?
Ooh, do tell.
Fucking Voltaire is gonna be in St. Augustine.
Oh, no way! Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
So, you know, that's actually on September 7th. He's going to be there. And I'm like, it fucking figures it's going to be when I'm out of town.
Son of a bitch.
Yes, I've already met my idol. He is a very sweet man, very patient. I can promise you that. I asked him for like 30 different fucking autographs for friends that found out I was there. And they're like, oh, I want his autograph. So he's a very patient man, very sweet. And, you know, some people say, once you've met him, it's not all that great. Dude, this guy's awesome. So, yeah, I love seeing him.
Yeah, but he's been dead since 1778.
Wrong Voltaire.
I get the joke. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not into necrophilia. I just want to fuck on an autopsy table.
I mean, you know, if you're into enlightenment philosophers.
I'm being serious. Do you know which Voltaire I'm speaking of? Do I need to link you to a YouTube video?
No, you don't. I'm being sardonic.
Okay. Sorry if y'all can hear me eating. Trying to be quiet about it. But when I get stressed, I get hungry.
Oh, so good. That's why I had myself a sandwich earlier. I was like, yeah, if I don't eat now, I'm gonna be hungry as hell later on at work, and I'm just gonna be gripping my ribs like, oh, fuck me sideways.
Well, Sparky's in the chat, and he says, Tyro, you said you're getting food. You lie! No, he is getting food. We also have Blind Press. How you doing, sweetie? Yes, ear infections do suck.
Oh, balls, I hate those fucking things. I had one a few times before.
I had a double ear infection not too long ago from diving too deep into a spring. So, yes, I understand the pain of ear infections.
Ouch.
And yes, Blind Press, I get strungry. I get hangry and I get strungry. And who has joined us? We have Outlaw Bear Dog. Hello.
Hey.
2 outlaws?
No, I'm the better one.
Oh, no, we're going to have to get a posse together.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's early in the morning for this shit.
Yeah.
I see. We also have, of course, my favorite cyber stalker, Death Hyrukin, in the chat. I don't see my brother in here. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, come on, American Celt. Get your ass over here, goat fucker.
Here, I'll toss him the link in Facebook.
All right.
I mean, it is like 8:45 in the morning for me, so.
Where the hell are you?
Myanmar?
Myanmar? Damn, you're way on the other end of the earth. Shit.
What?
What, you thought you were the only person in a weird time zone?
No. I thought it was farther away from Germany. That's the only thing.
No, it's CST, or it's exactly 11 hours off of Central Time Zone. Well, 11 and a half, because they do that weird half time zone thing.
What? I never heard of that.
Yeah, they're weird. They do they're not in a standard time zone. They have their own time zone. Well,
Yeah, I see that right now.
Yeah. What else can you expect from a country that's other than America that still uses the standard miles and standard measurements?
No. You mean Imperial.
So what, did Myanmar basically invent its own time zone or something goofy like that?
Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah,
Oh, cool.
they're a half an hour offset from the adjoining time.
GMT plus
and we also
6:30.
have a Gaming Jones.
Hey guys, what's happening?
Oh, same shit,
Yep.
different day,
Just unwinding and, bullshitting. I'm
Oh.
getting ready to pull up Chaos News 120.
Okay, that sounds fun. What's the topic for today?
The topic right now is anything but the bullshit.
Oh, okay, that sounds pretty good to me.
I'm quiet because I'm pulling up Chaos News.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do you want me to get the body count up today, or do we want to wait another day for the body count?
No, we can do the body count tonight. Do it once you get to work.
Have you guys discussed the quartering being attacked at Gen Con yet?
No,
Oh,
I did mean to do that. Okay, so the quartering, who is he's actually really, really nice. I've talked to him in DMs on Twitter. And so he went to Gen Con, and he had people coming up to him all day, going, hey, and this is not me doing anything. He said it out loud. Hey, are you Jeremy? He turns around and says, yeah. And he went to shake the dude's hand because he had a ton of people doing this all day, meeting some of his fans and stuff like that. And this guy just turned, instead of shaking his hand, just starts beating the hell out of him in the back of the head.
Wow.
Okay, what did that accomplish?
All it had accomplished was a bunch of people getting pissed. Gen Con hasn't said anything officially. everything I know comes from the Quartering's Twitter. He did finally find out the guy's name. He's actually another YouTuber.
Oh, he is a YouTuber. Oh, didn't know that.
Can I assume that the person that assaulted him was arrested, or?
He filed charges. He screenshotted and then, of course, edited it a little bit to hide personal information.
Now, what I was told is that he was a game developer that hit him, and
he owns a small business apparently,
and that he also had a show on said punch all Nazis and stuff. I think my name Matt did a story on that earlier today.
Okay. Political beliefs are not an acceptable reason to hit someone that you disagree with. Fuck.
All right, so I'm going to the Quartering's Twitter.
Yeah, that's pretty shitty, man. I mean, I myself have had shit like that happen before. Like, I went to May Day over here in Chicago because we have some non-communist related history to it, because 8 people got hung, and I got the same bullshit, A bunch of the pure anarchists started harassing me and shit because I'm wearing an Iron Cross, and it's like, well, yeah, World War I prevents World War II, so, yeah, and this is kind of like an open event, so, you got the union guys over here, you got you guys over here, you got all these other fuckers running around, and there's the secta union worker clown people over there. I mean, I don't see a sign that says, no, these political ideas or cultures are, not allowed. So what gives?
So does anyone know if the motivation was really because the Quartering said something bad about Anita Sarkeesian?
Yes, that is exactly what it was done for.
Okay.
Oh my God! And this is why I will never go to a con. Somebody will jump me because I have said lots of things bad about that horse-faced bitch.
Yeah, that's what happened, and then I'm trying to get to the beginning of the tweets about this. I'm going through the Quartering's Twitter right now, and he's done several videos on this since it happened.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I'm in the flight path of LaGuardia, so.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, everything fucking circles over my house.
Okay, so one of his tweets, and this is the person, and I will only be saying the guy's Twitter name. And it's the person that attacked him. The Quartering posted on August 2nd, I would like Gen Con security to remove the prettiest Matt and turn him over to the police for assaulting me last night. If this had happened to Anita, they would have already made a statement, I don't owe this man, or I don't know this man, excuse me. I have never interacted with him, and he viciously attacked me. There were actually witnesses to it. He posted a video of that too.
Yeah, it was like a quick 30-second thing.
He even said that he admits someone came up to him last night after he was attacked, and he was genuinely worried about answering yes or no.
That's sad.
He has other people that witnessed it. He has a screenshot from where people said, we all agreed, and Paul, who had the best view, was 100% sober, instantly said that's him.
So it was at the convention itself, in the building itself, right?
It was actually at the bar near the convention center.
Okay. So the security
There's actually a picture of the bar window where they covered it up. In the video the Quartering shared shows where the guy punched the window because he couldn't punch, Jeremy had like dropped down to get out of the way, and the guy punched the window.
So the security didn't have jurisdiction there, right?
No, but he was wearing, and witnesses confirm that he was wearing a 4-day pass for the Gen Con.
Okay.
And he's not exactly in close quarters because they're pretty much taking up the entire fucking convention center. But pretty much Jeremy has stated that he was worried. He said in one video he was going to, say fuck it and just go ahead and go home because he was afraid to be at Gen Con knowing that his attacker was there. So this is, this is just bullshit. And some of the prettiest Matt's people are attacking Jeremy.
Of course. Yeah, they'll probably they'll try to sweep it on the rug. They'll try to make sure it doesn't happen. Now the proper thing to do when something like this occurs, if you're running a convention like Gen Con, is you immediately ban that person. You say you are not welcome here because you cannot have a reputation. If you're a con being run properly, you cannot have a reputation that if you show up to our con, people are going to jump you in the streets. You don't want that. People who do that need to be banned from your convention. However, because we know Gen Con is taken over by the Biswell because, oh, look, Anita Sarkeesian, my guess is they'll try to pretend it doesn't matter, that it didn't happen. Do we know, I've heard rumors like the person who attacked him was like a trans man or something like that. Do we know that?
I don't know about him being a trans man, but the images I've seen, they look all man.
Okay. Well, or that like he's LGBT or something like that. He's like apparently he's
when he attacked him and Jeremy gave a description, as did a witness in one of the videos. The guy that attacked him was wearing a white wife beater with a rainbow flag on it.
Okay, so it could be either a gay male or a trans man.
What? Brony Lord! Oh, angry Brony Lord!
Angry Brony Lord. Yes, there we go. Yes, so he was attacked by an angry Brony Lord. So
stop. No.
You have me, Satan!
Not you, Tyro.
Me! I am a transplant of Brony Lord of Pegasus Sponge, Jeremy! Oh, Pegasus Sponge!
All right. Anyway,
I
there was a sodomite at the core of it, right? Burnside?
I'm gonna do a screen
Burnside
share.
could drive cross country without a radio in the car and have a ball.
I'm gonna do a screen share so you guys can see how hard this guy hit the window. Scoobie, if you could present me, please.
Sure. Give me 1 second. Oh, there you are. I had to look for 2 herbs. That's the trick. All right. Let's see
how powerful this guy's Pegasus
present.
was.
Yeah. No, the reason I say trans men, there are trans men who are very buff and ripped. I mean, testosterone does a hell of a thing when you start dating.
Yeah, it does. I don't know any specifics of the attacker really. My Twitter's been filled with the Quarterings Twitter posts, but and I haven't commented anything on it. I haven't said anything to him. I'm gonna let the heat die down with him, and then be like, "Hey, man, how you doing? Everything okay? How's the head? That sort of thing." In one of his videos, he said he was pretty sure he had a concussion, but he didn't want to go to the hospital because he'd owed, a lot of money to the hospital. And then someone actually says, the whole thing about going to sleep with a concussion is a myth. No, that's not true. It is actually quite possible, regardless of how coherent you are. If you have a concussion while you're asleep, shit can go wrong.
Yes.
That's why you stay awake for at least 24 hours. I know this because I've recently had one.
So
yeah, I had one a couple times.
So is the bar itself going to press charges for the property damage?
I don't know, but the bar refused to release video to the police.
What?
No,
that's
a problem.
unusual.
Is that legal?
That's a big problem.
They refused. They even, because he said in one of his Twitters that the bar either didn't have video or he was saying that he says right here, a man wearing a rainbow sleeveless shirt just asked my name and proceeded to attack me. Here's the video
with the witness. Yeah,
with the witness.
One of them.
I mean, look at that. Look at that window.
Woo! That fucker spidered.
And there's the witness that
One of
you
them.
know, yeah, one of them that
Yeah,
said,
he turned, the other people sitting around are also witnesses too.
yeah. So, and there's the convention center right over there.
Hell of a neckbeard homeboy has going on. Seriously.
Yeah.
Wait.
His side job, he probably lives over by the border, and he's a coyote. He probably smuggles families under that thing.
Yeah. Well, not everyone can have a good beard. Let's be fair here.
Wait a second. So the bar doesn't want to turn over security footage to the cops, and
Yeah, that
that
is
window,
weird.
and that went. What the fuck? Because first of all, the bar has taken.
Here, let me look into the replies to this thing. That's what I remember seeing, but I also got all this information during another shit show. So let's see.
I mean, what I'm saying is why would the bar do that? Because, quite frankly, that's a couple of $1,000s worth of glass damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would
and-
think that they would want to get their pound of flesh out of the dude.
And you know, some places, if they're a decent place, they don't have just regular glass because you get drunk people. So you know, they throw stuff. So they tend to have kind of sturdy glass, and to be able to get it to at least crackle and spiderweb like that, you hit it pretty fucking hard. So looking at the replies, there's like 111 replies here. So I'm just kind of scanning, only looking for the quarterings comments. Let's see here. Here's where he says he's staying up and leaving. He decided to stay. A lot of his fans convinced him to stay. Here's where he explains everything. And you can see the red mark right here on his head.
Man.
Even I can see it.
It's a tad nasty looking.
I have to say to that I'm actually colorblind, so if I can see it, that means something.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point there, buddy.
So I have a question. If the quartering was turning around to shake his hand, how did the guy punch the back of his head?
He literally like reached around and just started hitting him.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Like I said, you can go to, because you know I don't know how to set it up to let everything be heard. You can go to the Quartering's Twitter and actually watch the video where he explains what happened.
Oh, here we go. Sarge retweeted Tin Roof Indie. There we go.
Yeah. The Tin Roof Bar in downtown Indianapolis needs to release the footage to the public. We will find the coward. They were trying to find out who it was.
Okay, so they weren't releasing it to the public. I understand that, but did they release it to the police?
He hasn't made an update on that. People have actually started to GoFundMe for him.
Good.
Is this in Indianapolis, Indiana, by chance?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll make sure to never go near there for a con. Thank you.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, that also could be a case of policy of the bar of not to release anything without proper warrant, so they can't be countersued.
Yeah, and that again, that makes total sense.
Also, Gen Con, people were contacting Gen Con's Twitter, and Gen Con started blocking people that were asking information on, you know, why haven't you gotten rid of the person?
Typical, again, if Gen Con was a proper con, they would immediately work hard to find this guy, kick him out so they're not associated with it. But because they're dominated by Biswell, it's Jeremy's fault that he was attacked. Because, oh, a gay male attacked you? Well, it's your fault that your face got in the way of his fist.
Gen Con is banning people from their Twitch stream.
Yeah. They think that not having this talk about, because it's Jeremy's fault. They want to hide this, make sure that people don't think it happened. That way, because by isolating it, they can make it sound, oh, you're one of Jeremy's goons talking about this. Well, that's just a conspiracy theory that he made up. So similar to how the left says, oh, Fox News is fake news. Anything they bring up is immediately dismissed.
Turns the fucking frogs gay. Do you understand that? It turns the fucking frogs gay. God damn it! Serious crap.
All right, so here is where he got the police involved finally.
The guy,
another person who's a doctor.
No, Trippy. This is
No.
the guy from the quarter and got the shit beat out of him at Gen Con.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why'd you tell me to run?
And all of this is public.
Yeah. We're just looking at Jeremy's Twitter page here. So there's nothing bad
All
here.
right. I thought I was gonna come in here and somebody would be like, "Hey, Trippy, this person wants to start shit with you," and I was gonna
No,
be like,
no, we're not doing anything like that.
Nah, we're all done with that, Trippy. Nah, we've had about 3 days too many of that.
Good,
shit.
good.
Jeremy actually says, "I do not blame Gen Con, and I do not blame liberals. I blame crazy people."
Please be level. Hey, someone needs to tell Sparky that. Please be level.
Is the con ethically obligated to revoke that guy's entrance pass? Because it didn't happen. It didn't happen on the property. So
No, but he was wearing Gen Con property with his 3-day VIP pass.
If Gen Con wanted to, they could ban him. They would be able to find a way to do it. Because that this kind of thing would be a bannable offense for most conventions. However, now if there's
you can stop presenting me, Scoobie.
Rules lawyer at the other.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was doing something else.
No, you're fine. I just turned it off. And for anyone in the chat that wants to actually go to the Quarterings Twitter and see everything for themselves, because I'm not going through all like 4,000 tweets. Here is the Twitter.
Yeah. What were you saying, Trippy?
I was gonna say, Scooby, you tell me to run for my life, and I come in here expecting somebody to be like, "We got your docs."
Oh no! I was watching the other stream, and I after like the 7th or 8th Michael Jackson joke like died on the runway. I sent you the link as mercy.
Okay. I thought so when it was 9:58. I'm like, oh, he's probably trying to save me too.
Yeah, we've had enough.
Scooby, I'm still being presented.
Are you? I hit the button. All right.
Stop presenting. But yeah.
Stop presenting. All right.
Thank you.
There we go. Okay. Now, what I find troubling about this is tabletop. I mean, this is a tabletop convention. Okay, like when you go to a tabletop convention, you should not have to fear for your physical safety at a tabletop convention.
Oh, come on!
Now,
Are you someone.
Unless somebody's dice back.
God damn! I want to go to a Warhammer convention.
The only time I would get physically aggravated and probably hit someone at a tabletop convention is if they stole my fucking expensive ass steampunk dice.
Yeah. So, you have those too? Yeah.
I plan to get them.
No,
I don't have them yet.
You should fear for your life at a tabletop convention if you slip and fall into somebody's Warhammer Iron Warriors army, because all of those fights are gonna fucking hurt.
Yeah,
exactly. Fuck, are those expensive?
Like the plague. Our local comic shop, they have that stuff set up with the castles and everything like that. And they also have comics near them, and they have very small spaces to slide between. Now, I am not a small woman. I have the ghetto booty. So,
it didn't happen.
Ask
Picture
Scooby.
it didn't happen.
Ask Scooby. Ask
Scooby,
Burnside.
send me pictures of your butt.
Ask Irving. Okay. But
Irving, send me pictures of your butt.
So, when I try to like slide to look at the comics, my butt's rubbing against that table, and when I see people over there playing, I avoid it, even though I see comics over there. I'm like, hey, what's that over there? I've asked them to hand me the comics before.
That's smart.
They're like,
I flat out tell them, I'm like, I'm a big butt girl, and I don't want to knock over your shit. Can you please hand me the comic I'm wanting to look at? It's that one right there.
Yeah,
but I mean, don't knock over my Kriegsman, man. Don't knock over my Kriegsman. They're very expensive.
Oh, if anybody's interested, yesterday I received pictures from a Liz Reptile porn, so I'll be sending those to Irving as soon as possible.
Oh, good lord. No.
And
anyway, so, trying to stay on topic here, Trippy. Do not derail. Anyway, this is actually important. This is actually an important discussion, too. So, like, the tabletop con, like, I mean, just because you make videos about Magic the Gathering, you should not be getting attacked by people. Like, this is an escalation. This is a direct escalation. Like, we talk about a culture war. A culture war is supposed to be a figurative thing. This is an actual, like, attack in a culture war. I mean, this is not even like Antifa or the Black Bloc doing it at protests organized. This is just like random dude thinking he can get away with it, and Gen Con is helping him. Okay, yep. Gen Con is silencing the people saying, "Hey, what's going on here?" They're letting him hide out in their convention. They're not aiding the police as far as we can tell. This is bad, especially right now. We have Richard Meyer and John Malin and Timothy Lim. They are right now at Bell County Comic Con in Texas. If they're attacked, is something going to happen there? Do we have to worry about their safety now when they go to a convention? Because they said they're going to go to another convention down the line. Is the left now going to start trying to physically eject artists and stuff that they don't like from these spaces? And what cons are going to help out on this? This is
already doing it.
Well, they've been doing this. They've been doing this since for a couple of years with Worldcon and.
That part, yeah, but no one's been attacked at Worldcon though. Origins kicked out Larry Correa, and that was bad. That's how we know Origins is dominated by Biswell. Worldcon has been pro-pedophile for decades. The current chair of the World Sci-Fi Association is pro-pedophile. Rainbow Cat, no, was it Rainbow Cat? Something Cat Rambo, something like that. She's pro-pedophile. We've already been revealed on that. But no one's been attacked there, even though they've banned people from attending. No one's been physically assaulted for being in the area. This is the first time someone I think has been attacked at a convention.
This shit pisses me off because there's a particular thing I've been doing with Redbubble because with my buddy Inquisitor and you, Irv, and a few others, I've gotten the cool idea of, hey, if I get into this Warhammer thing and if people like these designs I'm making, I actually plan on going to con with Inquisitor.
Rom-Fi, baby. Oh, snap. Rich at Art finished the She-Ra fan art I asked him to make.
Woo! Rich!
All right, I'm going to screen share this. Scooby, do you want to present me? Scooby!
You go.
Oh, dear. Okay. My internet's having issues. If I start roboting, let me know.
It's okay. Present me.
Yep, gotcha. I had to just couldn't get to the keyboard.
Let me know when I'm presented.
You're presented.
All right, so this is the work that Noel Stevenson did. Okay, we have Hank Venture in a sport dress.
Yeah, Boy in a Blonde Rig, the ultimate trap of 2018.
It's She-Man. Here is what Rich at Art did.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now that is a She-Ra.
Yeah, that's some good art.
And he went with the same outfit that they're doing, but better.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I just had fucking deja vu.
Dude, they should hire Rich right now. Like, come on, let's get this guy a job there. He can save She-Ra so that it's not Trans-Ra, the Communist Board of Manifesto.
Son of a bitch, deja vu. Same words and everything. Fuck a duck.
I thought they changed the art style of that show.
This is what they changed. This is how they're making it look. And I'm not. It's not about titties really, but I am saying she's flat chested. She looks like a boy.
Her jawline.
Yeah, that's a masculine jawline. It looks like she was like, "Oh my god, I forgot to add hair." These shoulder pads are fucking ridiculous.
Kind of reminds me of the son of Mr. Clean.
That's an 80s thing, so, I mean.
Yeah, so, I can easily, it'll be one of the first things that pops up in my Google searches is find She-Ra and show you the 80s version.
Yeah.
But he went with the shorts and the skirt, and I told him, I was like, because I had seen his start of this, and she didn't have very big boobs, and I was like, give her some big honking bazongas. He's like, okay, what size? I was like, my size, 40 triple D. So there we go, 40 triple D.
Oh! We used to have the same ringtone.
D and She-Ra. Oh my!
Notification sound. Now I got a different Joker laugh. Whoever that I'm guessing it came from Burnside.
Yeah.
No, Burnside's actually screams Harley.
No. I had the one where it was grilled cheese sandwich. For a minute.
Yeah, I had that option. I can actually the ringtone that for Burnside is awesome.
So Tyro, you told me to stay on topic, and the topic is Scoobie's tired and Terra's in charge.
Huh? Oh, the
discuss.
Yeah, Terra has the helm. Oh no, I meant we're talking about the Jeremy Hamley getting attacked. Man, I'm tired.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's
I did a
impossible for me,
5-hour
only because I've never heard of any of those people.
Yeah, this really sucks that people are getting attacked at tabletop games because I want to go to a Warhammer tabletop game.
Wrong 5, baby.
Wow.
But wait, Trippy, you've never, when I said Richard Meyer, you've never heard of Diversity in Comics?
Yeah, I've heard him as that name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Richard Meyer is his real name. I mean, that's he's so Diversity in Comics. John Malin was the artist he worked with on Jawbreakers. Timothy Lim is known as Thump. He did My Hero, Macadamia, Thump. He's working on Trump Space Force. He does a lot
You shouldn't expect me to know these names, like the quartering. I don't even know what the fuck that is.
And check it out.
How do you not know major geek YouTubers, Trippy?
I don't know. How did Irving not know who AP was?
Well, I mean, that one I can forgive.
You see where I'm coming from, though? We don't all need to know who everybody is.
So Richard Art actually, since we gave
That's
She-Ra
huge.
big old titties, he gave her a nice ghetto booty.
Yeah.
You can tell.
Large drawing.
Oh, and here's Burnside's
2 ways to measure.
ringtone. Let me turn up my.
Yeah, I heard it. It's
Media.
Mark Hamill. It's the laugh from the Killing
No.
Joke.
That's my
Never mind.
my normal text one. Here's the one that I have set for Burnside.
Cute.
Nice.
All right.
Speaking of devil, Rappy Pops.
All right, stop
Okay.
presenting me.
All right, I wasn't, but
Oh, you weren't presenting me?
nah.
Not anymore.
No, you just didn't stop talking.
Ah,
Let's
Oh,
just-
my rock
No, I'm just, I'm messing with
better guys.
you. Hmm.
Testing,
Oh.
testing.
So,
Yeah, we hear you.
It's
Yeah,
Rama
but-
Man trying to censor me. Testing, testing.
No,
you're,
no.
you're good, baby.
All right, cool.
that was mine if you heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
That's pretty cool.
I had to get a shorter one because of the other one being so fucking long.
Oh, the Chunky Monkey's in the chat.
Chunky Monkey. All right, cool. Hey, Chunky Monkey.
Don't you call me names.
No, I love picking on my brother because my brother is an American Celt. He's in the
I
chat
was
right
kind of
now.
hoping it was.
Oh.
I was kind of hoping it was Schmel.
And so he likes to call me his short sister because I'm the shortest one of us all siblings, but I'm the oldest. And so I pick on him back by calling him Chunky Monkey, which is a nickname my daddy gave him when he was a baby.
Oh. My father used to call me Pichotta. That means
My
a
dad-
little nugget of joy.
My dad didn't call me anything. He died in '96.
Oh, God, man.
All right.
I'm telling the
And-
truth,
and
but he would have found that funny. My dad would have laughed. What are you guys? Why being all fucking
That's why I want to.
serious?
I want to just make a quick statement I wanted to make about Warhammer and that.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Basically, I had this plan with a couple of people where I wanted to go to all sorts of Warhammer conventions, and I had this idea because I made this for Inquisitor. He does Sisters of Battle, and I said, all right, well, here, let me make you a grunge flag of the Sisters of Battle. And he loved the hell out of it. And a whole bunch of other people were like, can you make this? Can you make that, Burnside? And I was like, sure. So I had this idea of getting my Warhammer army together, making my own banner for my whole setup and what have you, and going to like other people Warhammer conventions going, hey, I see you're working with the Necrons, the Orcs, or the Imperium, the Astartes, etc. They're going, hey, can I make a flag for you? Because it seemed like a really cool idea to go around cosplaying as like the general of your army, with your flag and all. And now I regrettably have to worry about assholes punching me because they'll probably think, oh, you're Deathcore of Greed, you must be a fucking Nazi, let me punch you. Yeah, I fucking love it.
Yeah. Yeah, like man, the fact that now the left feels empowered enough to just punch random people at conventions, and it looks like conventions will help them. Yeah, I mean, God. We're getting we're going deep Saul Alinsky here, like the Alinsky tactics of ignore, then mock, or what was it? Ignore, mock, then be angry, and it looks like we're getting to those final stages of like, huh?
I said rinse and repeat.
Right. Well, it looks like we're getting to that stage of, all right, now we just need to start like applying physical force to like threaten and intimidate. I mean, that was the goal of this. I mean, the reason the dude jumped Jeremy and punched him a lot was to make him not go to Gen Con, was to get him out of there and like intimidate him away. By the way, is Jeremy going to Gen Con? Like, is he
he's been at Gen Con this entire time.
Oh, okay. Well, good on him. I'm glad he's still going despite getting attacked like that. That's good.
What are they? Okay, sorry, you probably said it, and I probably just scanned right past it. I've been doing that a lot lately. Like, I've even looked at DMs where people have told me something and I completely misread it, and I'm like, oh yeah, go ahead and do that. So what was he attacked with? Did he get stabbed or punched?
No, he was punched in the head.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all I needed clarification on.
No problem.
He was punched in the head with a giant die 4.
Well, I mean, in order to be safe at like a convention like that, don't you just need like +10 armor or something?
I don't know. That's why I'm gonna have my Krieg helmet, so I'll get a +3 defense. And if I have a priest in my party, I'll get an extra attack buff. So yay! Or is that a defense buff? I forget.
I have no idea.
Just carry a functioning chainsaw, and if anybody fucks with you, eviscerate them.
I've heard of people getting stabbed with
chainsaw.
All right, cool. I just need to do. I can do that. I don't know if I can go Ash Williams with it, but I could definitely go traditional Warhammer, get a chainsword.
If I remember correctly, somebody at some kind of fucking con was once stabbed with a replica sword. There was another story that involved two guys getting mad over. I'm guessing, like, I think it was Magic the Gathering, and somebody had a card that the other person wanted or whatever, and like they bought it, and the other person's like, "I fucking brought all this money," and they stabbed him with a pen. They just like stabbed him in the thigh with a pen. I was like, "Fuck you!"
When nerds attack.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I'm surprised nobody's ever gotten attacked with like a retainer.
I guess I could understand, getting pissed if somebody like outbids you on a Black Lotus, but I mean, really, it's Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, just accept that
these people, you got no idea. One of the ways I used to make money on the side was I would deal in action figures, and I actually got blackballed by a couple of guys down in the Carolinas on G.I. Joe action figures I was moving because they were trying to corner the market. It was these two guys. They were cousins. And they blackballed me on eBay. These nerds are cutthroat with this shit. You got no idea, especially like the action figure market, the card market. Oh my God, the shit that they do. It's crazy. You'd never think that nerds would.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think Magic the Gathering belongs at a tabletop gaming convention because that's like saying
Yu-Gi-Oh!
A Yugo belongs at a high-class auto show.
Yeah.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen that. I've seen Yugos and Pintos and stuff at car shows.
Yeah, it's amazing what they try to push off as vintage nowadays.
Speaking of the him that I went to college with, what he'd do is he sold his old Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and he'd look up the card beforehand, and he'd drop it by about $10. And then the funny thing is, an hour or two later, pretty much every other listing would go and drop theirs $10 below his.
Yeah, dude, it's just called just undercutting and undercutting. Yeah. Matter of fact, I gotta undercut you guys right now. Like everybody out there in the chat, these guys are providing you with a free live stream over on my channel. It's actually so free that it's freer than this one. You guys should go over there and you should sub.
So basically, they're getting
this is zero, but you are super zero.
I am 0 - 1. It's weird. It's a weird look. You look at it and it's like 0, -1, which means you'll probably find a penny in your couch while you're sitting there watching me stream.
Oh, cool.
Start looking.
Shit, let me start digging around my couch cushions when I get home. Fuck.
Dude, I'd probably find a fucking like a bag of weed from 2006 in there. I'd probably find a quarter. Like laundry money.
Oh shit, there goes
the old weed.
Okay, so in a town where 51% voted for Trump, and this is provided by Captain Brambles, one official takes a knee during the Pledge of Allegiance in protest.
Maybe he was tying a shoe.
Melissa Schlag won't stand for President Trump, and last month she won't stand for the President of Allegiance. Around the country, people have used kneeling as a form of silent protest, but in the small town of Haddam, Connecticut, where Schlag is a local official, her refusal to stand during the pledge at town meetings has been met with backlash of its own.
Well, I have a feeling
should have.
I've got a feeling she's got a problem standing up as it is. What does she look like?
It's not the allegiance to the president; it's the allegiance to the nation.
And actually, the Pledge of Allegiance is an optional thing anyway. It's just back during the Cold War and the Red Scare is when it was put onto the money and a lot of things under God and into the Pledge of Allegiance. The Pledge of Allegiance didn't have that until after the Red Scare.
Yeah. Well, a lot of things are propaganda, and you see what happens when you take it away. You get all these fucking communists coming out. You got to beat them like fucking roaches with a hammer.
Tradition. And people take it as official, but it's tradition to stand and put your hand over the heart and say the pledge. There's a reason why most schools in America stopped doing it is because so many parents didn't like their kids pledging allegiance to something they didn't quite understand yet.
I was actually going to bring that up because there was a lot of quote unquote, not really sure if this is true, atheists. I don't know if they were actually atheists is what I'm getting at. Bitching about "In God We Trust" being on money. And the Pledge of Allegiance.
I'm not an atheist. I'm a druid, but I actually agree because I don't like our country was founded on secularism and freedom of religion as well as from religion. And
I thought all druids were male.
No. No. Merlin made everyone think that misconception. And
who?
Merlin.
I thought Merlin was multiple people.
No, he was an asshole.
And he knew hand magic.
He was an ancient Terran that ascended and then unascended back to human form. Blah blah blah. Yes, I've seen all. Yeah.
Well, you're an airplane.
All 10 seasons of Stargate.
I could never sit through it. But yo, Dune Style, you were saying something that was sounding interesting. What was the point you were bringing up, bro?
He's on mute.
Figures. I can't tell because of the color of his avatar.
Yeah, I had to look at it a couple times. He just may be away.
All right. Well, when he comes back, I got to remember to ask him. He actually was coming to a good point. I love streaming with this guy. He lives over in Germany. He keeps me posted on like the shit that they're lying about to us in this country. Oh, like every time you hear something's hunky dory over here, I hit him up like, "What's going on?" He's like, "No, they're tearing the country apart. They're lying to you."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Isn't he worried about getting arrested though? I mean, Merkel locks up people who go against the party line. They're worse than the UK.
Which is one of the reasons why he opts on when he has the opportunity. Same thing with Makarov. I got a lot of people that I let up on the stream, and they're like, "Yo, I'm going through all the shit in my country." I'm like, "Bro, come on, talk.
Yeah,
we'll have a record. Seriously, I want to get this shit on a record. Just God forbid anything happens to you before you can get out of there. I want your tail out there, man.
Kane's a mayor now. Huh? Kane's a mayor, and apparently Apple is now the first $1 trillion company.
Hey, good for them.
I know. But yeah, the wrestler, fucking, what was his? I can't remember his real name, but the guy that used to go by Kane, he was like Undertaker's brother.
He won. I thought he just won the primary.
No, he won. He ran as a Republican too.
Hey, good for him. You know, he's.
I think he may be the tallest mayor ever because he's 6'10".
Shit, that's crazy, man.
How tall is Klitschko?
Who?
The boxer. I can't remember which brother, but one of the Klitschko.
No idea.
Mayor of Berlin.
No idea. I know, like somebody was saying in Renovations chat earlier when they spoke about it that Kane is 6'7", but he was built as or no 6'10", but he was built as 7 foot tall. Because wrestlers, they always raise the height a little bit.
Yeah.
And like the pictures, I guess, of Kane being interviewed by media, they're like standing on a box holding the microphone up to him. I guess it's pretty good, pretty funny to look at,
I'm gonna try to get on air one day. It's gonna freak you out when I get this guy on. He's a friend of mine in the neighborhood. His name's Bane, and Bane is about 7'6", maybe a little bit taller, and he's got to be at least 400 pounds because he's all shoulders, and I can stand in front of him, and if you're behind him, you can't see me. Mm-hmm. He's like a refrigerator. The first time my nieces ever seen him, when he was coming up to me, like he was walking towards me, my nieces were in the truck and they started like banging on the window because they got terrified because I'm 6'2", 200 and change, and they seen this guy walking towards me, and he wasn't even halfway across the parking lot, and I'm like in his shadow already. Jesus. Yeah, this guy, he's at the point you can't measure him like in feet. You can't use the metric system. You got to start using altitude. And yeah, big motherfucker. Like it was great. Like I'd go with him, and we go up to the bar, and we start walking up to the bar, and I look at the bouncer at the front door. It was this big Polish guy, Carl, and Carl sees us coming, and he's like this. Because he knew Bane, and Bane was the type he would go in and he'd be like, give me a big stein, and like they're like, okay, and you give the guy a beer stein, and he'd knock back a beer like it was a shot. He used to drink like Andre the Giant. You go out drinking with Bane, and he's putting back at least fucking 15 of those things.
Yeah,
like
within
the
doesn't
first
affect him like it would somebody else. Yeah, metabolism gets increased when you're at a height like that.
Yeah, and you want to know the best part? The reason I'm mentioning this fucking guy's a ginger.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew a guy like that when I was in high school. He was super fucking tall, and like he'd have to duck through the hallways and as he went from class to class.
The reason I mentioned him, he's built. He's actually a little bit bigger in the shoulders than Kane Hodder. This guy. He's what he does for a living. He's a steam fitter. So, like you ever see when they put together like the big boilers and the different bird. Aha, my brother from another mother's here. What's up, Gutenberg?
Hey, what's up? What are you guys doing?
Just chilling. I was actually telling him you just jumped in right in a good time. I think I told you about this guy. I knew him from up in the neighborhood. This kid named Bane. I think I told you about him. He's this big ginger steam fitting fucking guy. What he does for the union, he walks around with the pipes over his shoulders all day. He's about 7 foot and change, like 7'6", a little bit over 400 pounds. I tried to get him a job for years as a bouncer, but he didn't want to be bothered with that nonsense. But I want to try to get him on the stream with me one day because this kid is huge. He's like a house, like seriously, and he's just this really cool, chill kid, and he's just a fucking giant ginger. I know, and he's got a worse accent than me. 7'6".
7'6", dude. That's like pro wrestling level.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the kid's name is Bane. Like we got these kids in the neighborhood, and it's these three brothers and the older sister, and then this is the baby brother, and the other brothers, one is like 6'6", one is like 6'8", and then you got Bane who's 7'6". He's just fucking enormous, and he's shaped like the letter Y.
Dude, that's crazy. My father was 6'7". All the males on my father's side are fucking large human beings as well. However, my mother's side, they're all fucking midgets. I don't think one of them hit like 5'11". And then here, I'm in the middle at 6 foot, and I always got fucking pissed because I thought you're supposed to take after your father.
Yeah,
I'm 7
Yeah,
inches
I got
shorter
pissed.
than him.
I got pissed because I took after my mother. My daddy was 6 foot tall, when 6'5" when he married my mom, and after he got run over by a semi, he went down to 6 foot because he had injuries. I was like, I'm gonna grow up nice and tall. I ate my spinach. I ate every green you put in front of me. I ate anything that would make me taller.
Jesus Christ.
And I stopped growing at 13 at 5'1".
My father's fathers and his brothers were all over 6'3". My mother is 5 foot. My father is 6'7", like I was saying, and I'm 6 foot. I feel like I'm kind of gypped out here a little bit.
Oh, I really got gypped by a foot.
I'm the shortest male on my mother's side of the family. They start at about 6'6". And on my father's side of the family, because he's Sicilian, my father was an anomaly. He was about 6 foot and change too. I think he was like 6'4". But after the spinal bifida, whatever that is, where the spine starts to curve,
Anal bifida. Yep.
You don't see a lot of Italians over 5'11". You know that.
Yeah. Well, that's why I tell people all the time. That's the reason I got the eyes like this. Is because I think the Normans, the Vikings, they made it down to Sicily at one point, and my father he was a tall man and he was big in the shoulders, and I'm a big guy myself, but it was funny because for folks who aren't familiar with Sicilians, usually they run the gamut from looking like Irv to looking like Super Mario. They're usually short brown, like olive colored people. They kind of look like a cross between Mexicans and hobbits.
So what you saying? Sicilians either the snow Mexicans or the plumbers. Jesus Christ! I've met a lot. One of my best friends growing up, his father was Sicilian. His last name was Patazio. And this was my best friend growing up since like first grade. And that kid hit 6 foot. However, his immigrant fucking parents, for some fucking reason, dude, they were like 4'11". They were like the smallest people on the fucking neighborhood.
Yeah. I bust my wife's balls constantly because she actually fits the stereotype. Like I'll look at her and smile, and she'll be like, "What's the matter?" I go, "You look like that yellow picture that everyone's grandmother has in their house of how they looked like 50 years ago." And she freaking smacks me in the back of the head because she wears those house dresses sometimes, and she really does. She looks like oh look, it's Nona in the kitchen making the sauce.
We have a road down here. When I was younger, I lived in Philadelphia, and then where I'm at now, we have a Guinea Row. It's a street called Dove Street. And I swear to God, there's something about Italian people when they hit about 60, that weird walk they get. They like go side to side, like it's almost like a gangster, like a rap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? What is that shit?
It's the Guinea Shuffle.
Oh, Jesus Christ! It's like it's ingrained in them. They all do it.
Yeah. It's that you can tell when they get to a certain age. That's when all of a sudden, things start. The shit they're wearing is either tweed or houndstooth. It just comes out of left fucking field. They trade in Irv, back me up on this. How you can tell when people get to a certain age in the family, they start wearing the cabbie caps.
I got one of those.
The P cap.
Yeah.
I have one.
They do that even here.
Actually, I wear mine every day. To be fair.
Yeah, you can tell when they get to a certain age because they start putting the corduroy's elbows on everything.
This man, my buddy's grandfather, he fucking drove an IROC Z at the age of 88 when he died. An IROC fucking Z.
God bless.
He had to get like the special pedals because the seat didn't go up far enough. He had to put like blocks on the fucking gas pedal.
You guys know what IROC stands for?
No, fucking
International Race of Champions.
Italian retard out cruising.
They're releasing. I guess next year they're re-releasing the IROC Z Camaro, but it's going to have a V10 engine in it.
Oh, beautiful! Can you grab pictures?
I don't have any right now. I actually saw a video on it last night.
Dude,
something like 600 horsepower, I think.
Any of you older guys blown away at the amount of horsepower you can get now for very little money?
Yeah.
Dude, it's fucking astonishing.
I am. Like the what is it? There's a Challenger. It's called the Challenger Hellcat, I think.
Hellcat.
Red Eye.
Yeah.
The Red Eye. It's got 890 horsepower.
Yeah, that's fucking ridiculous. They sell those to people. You could 18 years old. You have the money. You can literally buy a goddamn race car.
Depending on the state you're in, some of those Hellcats, the dealerships are trying to get rid of them for $150,000, and it's I think they said it's a 10 times markup. So
that's fucking ludicrous,
retarded, right? You can get a used one for like 50,000.
But even the cars I had growing, like I got my license in '98. My first car was a Cadillac DeVille. Fucking
nice.
So shocking.
Really?
But
What
even
year?
83 DeVille is a canary yellow 4-door with a brown top.
Get the fuck out of here!
I swear to
I
God,
had
my
a 79, the same exact color and everything.
shut up. The watered down canary yellow.
Right-handed guard. We used to call it the banana boat.
Oh yeah, dude, they're awesome, dude. They float down the highway like nothing else.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
I've heard
driving
that
a
about
living room wrapped in chrome.
Yeah, the
They
weird
just
thing
kinda,
about
like,
them.
fucking bounce down the highway.
Yeah, dude, you literally did. You literally bounced down the fucking highway. The weird things about those cars, they had those large V8 engines, but they didn't put out any horsepower. Barely
you got to
200.
bore the cylinders. You got to bore the
Usually,
cylinders. I had mine bored 60 over.
I was
So it was
17.
those fucking things were like coffee cans slamming up and down in that thing. You'd
I
hear
was-
it coming down the street.
Dude, I was trying
There
to
you
bore the broads. I wasn't worried about it.
Ooh.
Scoob, there's a picture of the 2019 IROC Z28 is what they're calling it.
It looks like
Oh.
I don't like
it kind of looks like every other Camaro since 2010. That's
I
what
don't
I
like
don't
it.
like is they won't change the body.
It's got a European front with a regular Camaro body.
Yeah.
All right,
here's a
who's
better-
ready for a Florida man story?
Oh, I am. I gotta let patches out, but I'm gonna put the thing where I can hear. But I'm gonna mute because he's gonna make noise. Trippy, you gonna be doing this for a few seconds? Because I'll just leave you presenting then.
Oh no, you're good.
All right, cool.
There you go. You can. Yep.
Let me take you down.
I'm waiting for the page to load, and this comes from the Miami Herald. And who sent it to us? Oh, it's She Hates Me Bernier.
There we go. I love
And
these
yes,
Florida
people,
man
I
stories.
know it's nothing personal. It's just my little gag against her, since she likes to give so many fucking Florida man stories.
I bet Naneka will love it.
On with the story, woman.
I'm working on it. This laptop's fucking slow. He didn't know he was stabbed on a downtown street until he saw the blood.
It's a good indicator.
A Key West man was stabbed in the neck and back Wednesday night by his girlfriend's friend.
Is Key West really Florida, though? Let's be
Yes,
honest
yes,
here.
it is.
I
It
know
is.
technically, but that's like the Caribbean. Come on.
It's connected by a road, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that's man-made. Continue.
Florida claims it. Not my deal. David James Lola, 44, listed as a tour guide in Key West, was arrested and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, and robbery, all felonies. He was also charged with misdemeanor marijuana possession and criminal property damage. On Thursday, he remained in the Stock Island Detention Center without bond. And there we go. Police said the victim, Robert Phillips, told them he was arguing with Lola outside Harpoon Harry's over a woman. Phillips called her his girlfriend. Phillips walked away and sat on the back steps of a nearby gym. Phillips stated that he didn't see it coming, according to the arrest report. He was attacked from behind by Lola. Phillips didn't realize he had been stabbed until he saw the amount of blood coming from his body. And a stranger came up and told Lola to stop. The stranger told police Lola did stop, but then held the knife in his direction, so he left. Police responded at about 10:30. Phillips suffered 2 stab wounds to his neck, 1 in his upper back, and 1 to his rib cage. After giving a statement to police, he was airlifted to Ryder Trauma Center at Jackson Memorial in Miami. He also had possible broken bones to his mouth and nose. After the attack, Lola went through Phillips' pockets and stole his wallet and cell phone. The woman the men were fighting over, Kathleen Sheff, witnessed the whole thing. She said she had told Lola that Phillips hit her a couple of weeks ago. The arrest report states. Lola said he was going to get Phillips for hitting her. Chef said Lola took her phone and also Phillips' phone and smashed them both on the ground. She told police she used to date Phillips.
Have you guys ever been stabbed before?
Yeah, it hurts worse than being shot.
I've accidentally stabbed myself.
Do you know those Swiss Army knives you used to get when you were a kid?
Yeah.
When I was a teenager, my buddy and I were fucking around with them. You know when you're kids, like you wave shit or like pretend you're gonna stab your friend. Well, he fucking accidentally stabbed me in the bicep and it went in about a half an inch. The weirdest part is you don't feel it right away. It takes it's like stubbing your toe. It takes like a good 5 seconds for the pain to set in.
When I got stabbed with a makeshift shank back in I think like 91 or 92. And what it was, the kid went up into the shop, you know, the fucking the technology room we used to call it, I don't know, where they keep all the tools and shit. And he had went up in there, and he took like a wire pick he would run through your hair, and he put it in the vise. And what he did, he hit it with the torch, he put it in the vise and turned it. So he twisted the teeth of this pick together into this like jagged, crooked shiv, and that's what this asshole stuck me with. But I'll say this. I guess it's because I got stabbed with a jagged blade. My experience was different. Because that, I don't really remember the experience too much. I remember it happening. I got the scar. You know, I'm not going to show it on air because exactly where it's located. I got the scar from that. That's the only thing I remember. I remember the incident. But I was telling, I've told people about this before. You can't see it because I got to get a haircut again, but remind me to show it next time my hair is shorter. I got shot in the back of the head when I was about a week after my 18th birthday. It was an accident. Asshole was he was in the back seat cleaning his gun, and it went off. It was just a 22, and it went through the headrest, and if the headrest wasn't there, it would have killed me, but it got stuck in my skull. 8 fucking hours I had to go through that surgery with no anesthesia, where they had to use the pliers to pull it out, because of where it was located. They could only do local application of lidocaine.
Good Lord.
Yeah, getting shot was no fun.
How about that?
We have another Florida man story.
Oh, no.
Nice. These are good usually.
I'm still going. Key West is not a part of Florida. Anybody's ever been to Key West, it is not Florida. I don't care what anybody says. Continue.
Yeah, I've been there a few times. Did a little bit of reptile and amphibian research. It's a nice place.
Yeah, it is. It's beautiful. It's not Florida. Not the Florida we know, anyway.
West Palm Beach, Florida. A man was shocked by more than 7,000 volts of electricity after he scaled a building and attempted to walk on a Florida Power and Light power pole in downtown West Palm Beach.
That sounds reasonable.
Stupid can you be?
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. We need people like him. We need more people like him.
Police said the unidentified man, along with 2 other people, arrived in downtown West Palm Beach with intentions to train for parkour, which includes running, climbing, and jumping. Police said the 3 subjects climbed a metal pipe at the rear of a building on the 300 block of Clematis Street and gained access to the roof. The subjects then walked along the rooftop to another building. The victim attempted to walk on a Florida power pole from 100 South Dixie Highway to 120 South Dixie Highway.
Did he die?
During his attempt, he touched a live power wire and immediately received 7,620 volts of electricity throughout his body.
Fucking Christ.
The subjects accompanying him told the police there was an explosion and a white light.
Fucking right there was. Do you know what 7,000 volts can do to you? Any guys ever fuck with electricity?
Yeah, I have an ex that was an electrician.
Oh God, the plant I work in. We have these machines that fucking to not really go into detail because it'll totally exposed where I work, but they're really super high voltage fucking things. And the plant is so old, it has a lot of the contacts, they'll overheat. So they're like these pull shut off things. They're like from the fucking late 1800s. And when these things get so fucking hot, they will heat up like 5-inch plate cast iron fucking shivs in like a half a second to literally molting. Fucking bolt deal. That's just no fucking joke.
All right, so you asked if he died. This is the end of the article. The two subjects climbed down off the building and found the victim in an alley. He was breathing but unresponsive. There's no word yet on his condition.
He's going to have some serious problems with his nerves.
Please tell me there's a video. Yeah. Please tell me there's a video.
You know,
I can go back and double check.
This story just reminded me of something that's kind of fucked up, but you know what? Hey, why not? I'll talk about it because it's funny. These girls I went to high school with, one of them's now, I think one's dead, but I know the other one's a coach, like a softball coach or some shit. Anyway, it's the last day of high school, and they come over my house, and they're freaking the fuck out because they're both on acid. And I'm like, the fuck's the matter with the two of you? They dropped acid all the time. I was used to this shit. I'm like, what had happened was they dropped acid and they were smoking a joint up over by the high school. And a squirrel, I don't know what it did, but somehow it like got itself grounded out onto the transformer on the pole. And it was sticking out its entire body, like the one paw, I guess, touched. And so the paw was there. The whole body was hyperextended completely out. The tail was all the way out. The ears were all the way up. And the whole thing was shaking. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, the whole squirrel like burst into flames and then exploded in front of them. And the fucking pieces hit them. And they were on acid. And then they came over fucking my house after this shit happened. Oh, good times watching.
And no, there is no video. The only video that there is on there is the news anchor telling us.
Well, that's bullshit. Can you go to Live Leaks and pull people getting electrocuted? I need to see someone get fucking shocked now.
That kind of reminds me of the what's called National Lampoon Christmas Vacation when that cat gets fried underneath the tree.
How about a Washington man story?
Hold on. Did you guys ever hang Christmas lights when you were a kid and one of the bulbs were gone?
Yeah, I've gotten the electric current run through you. It's
shit, and that's only 120.
You
can't put your hand out of it.
My mother accidentally, when I was helping my sisters plug in the tree, thankfully my oldest niece noticed it. My mother accidentally plugged me in. Like I was holding the thing and she slammed the plug in between, like my index finger got in between the plug and the extension cord because I was handing the extension cord and she just plugged it in while I was holding it. And I'm shaking like this because I couldn't move. And luckily my niece seen it and she pulled out because, I was plugged in for probably about a good minute or so.
Man crashes into house, says he had to poop.
I swear.
Hey, none of you guys can laugh at this. We've all had that moment.
Yeah.
Aren't you the guy that I said looks
you're
like
not sure? When you're not sure you're gonna make it, you're on the highway and you're debating whether or not you have to fucking pull over.
Right? Yakima, Washington. According to reports, a man who led police on a high-speed chase and crashed into a house told them it was because he had to poop. Yakima police say they first spotted 32-year-old Marlo Oling.
Sounds like
near 4th and D Streets when he sped through a stop sign.
Sounds like he's a serial pooper.
That wasn't me.
When they tried to pull him over, they say the car continued speeding down D Street. Reports say the car crashed through a fence on North 9th Street and then into an abandoned house. Police arrested I can't really pronounce his last name. It's Olney. On 10th Street, as they say he tried to run away. Aside from having to poop, he told police his car didn't have any brakes, so he couldn't pull over.
Well, there you go. You guys laugh at him. I consider him a hero. You run in stoplights and take a shit, man.
I'm seeing if there's actual footage of this chase.
I want to see the body cam. No justice, no shit. That's what I say.
No justice, no poop. I think that's slightly better.
That is
no justice, no poop.
What we want?
Justice.
Oh god, I'm going off the deep end here.
When do we want it? Poop.
What do we want? Poop. Where do we want it? In the toilet.
That's why I'm so anti-camping, because I hate shitting in the woods. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
Dude, you shit in the woods,
But
you
it's
wipe
the
your
most
ass with the
natural
leaf, you move on with
thing.
the life.
Trust me, I go hunting 1 week out of the year, and that's enough for me.
Well,
I've always enjoyed camping myself. There's plenty of rattlesnakes and mosquitoes. It's all sorts of fun.
Oh, it sounds like you live in the South, because everything down in
y'all are doing it wrong. First of all, you hook the 30-foot fifth wheel trailer up to your 3/4 ton truck. You drive to the campsite. You set it up. You plug everything in.
All right, Rockefeller, settle down.
You have air conditioning. No, I'm just too fucking old to do this fucking living in a tent shit.
Right. No, I have a hunting cabin, but it don't have it. Well, I don't have it. It's my family's, but it doesn't have fucking indoor plumbing. It's like a legit old school hunting cabin. It's just fucking table, fucking fireplace. You play like fucking cards and shit when you're not hunting. It's literally old school. But outside they got like these logs and they put like an old school toilet seat, just nailed it to the fucking wood, and that's where everyone shits.
I had the old school tent when I was a kid, up all the way I think until probably high school. My father was he was an ex-Navy man, so he basically he had us using the same exact tents that they would issue you in basic, but from decades ago. Like the ones you remember them? You'd see them in the old movies, the green teepee with the two poles.
Yep.
With all the rope.
Shelter house. They still issue those fucking things to this day.
Yeah, I could probably put one of those together in my sleep in like 5 minutes, because my father was the type he would stand over, like he'd stand over you. You're not done yet? Come on, hurry up! So I'm sitting there like this, trembling, putting this thing together as fast as I fucking can. So I can do them like that now. Put together a tent.
I think I'd rather dig a foxhole like I was storming Normandy or some shit. I hate, man.
Okay, I'm going to read the title of this article, and you tell me if you want me to read it or not.
All right.
Because I don't know if you guys want to read it to find out why, or you guys don't want me to read it because of the title.
I feel like I'm in book club in high school. How about you just read the back of the book and just tell us like the synopsis?
Cops say handcuffed woman fatally shot herself in the head during a traffic stop.
Yeah, you see, this I actually want to hear. I want to hear how these cops spin this shit.
All right, this is from the New York Post, and this was sent to us by Captain Brambles. He likes to send
wait. This happened in New York. So
No. It happened in Virginia.
Okay, I was about to say, not only did she manage to shoot herself in the head while handcuffed, she did it with a 17-pound trigger pull.
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, I was just going to say the same thing.
After a Virginia woman reportedly fatally shot herself while handcuffed during a traffic stop last week. Sarah Wilson, 19, was a passenger when police pulled over her boyfriend's vehicle on July 25th in South Norfolk, Virginia. During the traffic stop, police handcuffed Wilson and left her to wait near the vehicle as police struggled to arrest her boyfriend, identified as Holden Medlin, 27. While police officers dealt with Medlin, Wilson managed to get a hold of a gun and shoot herself in the head. Wilson was still handcuffed when she fired the weapon, but a police spokesperson told the station that the gun was not a police firearm. It is not immediately clear how she was able to access the weapon.
Yes.
If anyone's ever seen, I think the movie is Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. If you know the woman in the very beginning that gets in the car that's run and everything, where does she pull it from? Yeah, that's probably where it was. Wilson's death was ruled a suicide. The Virginian pilot reports. But Wilson's mother questioned the police's version of the events. Something went very, very wrong, Dawson told the news station of Raleigh, North Carolina. Even if their story is true, they dropped the ball. My daughter is gone. Police body cam footage was not available because the system had been, and this is even in quotations, knocked offline during officers' struggle with Meldon, who ultimately was subdued and arrested with the use of a stun gun. He was charged with possession of oxycodone, subidone, and paraphernalia, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a firearm with Schedule 1 or 2 drugs, and fleeing from police. His arraignment is scheduled for August 13th.
And this is the same story where a woman killed herself, you said?
Yes, this is the same story. Even if the camera had been working, it likely wouldn't have captured Wilson's death because the officer wearing it had been working to detain Meldon, a police spokesman said. Police found several phones, ammunition, drug paraphernalia, and a bag containing a .22 caliber rifle while searching the vehicle, citing a search warrant. Virginia police are conducting an investigation. No officers involved have been placed on leave. That still sounds pretty suspicious to me.
Yeah, I mean, I work in Raleigh, North Carolina, and at least it wasn't them involved. If it was, it'd be definitely suspicious.
Senior citizens brawl at Costco over free samples. I knew I had to get right into a funny one as soon as that one was over, because that one was kind of fucking depressing. Scoobie went silent, so I know he got depressed. Come on, let me scroll down. Not that far down. Things got a little too dicey at a South Carolina Costco after a couple of elderly people, I can't pronounce this word, it's too fucking long, got into a physical altercation over some free samples. According to police, a 70-year-old man claimed the incident began while he was standing in line for a free piece of cheese at Costco in Greenville.
Wait, was it geriatrics?
No, septuagenarians.
Septuagenarians means it's someone that's lived 7 decades.
Someone in their 70s, yeah.
Septuagenarians. Thank you.
Octogenarians means someone in their 80s.
I'd never heard these words before in my life.
Yeah, exactly. Really? So,
okay.
You know, and I'm actually usually pretty good with long words. Let's see. He was waiting in line. Another older man, 72, cut in line and took some cheese and walked off, according to the incident report. But it didn't end there. Later, as the 70-year-old was waiting for a free cheeseburger sample, he saw the alleged line jumper approaching and addressed him sarcastically, telling the man he could get in front of him because he knew he would just cut in line anyway. The 72-year-old then allegedly called him a jerk and clocked him in the side of the head, knocking off his hat and glasses. No arrests in the July 26th incident have been made yet, as the senior citizens have had different versions of the incident. The 72-year-old had left the warehouse-style store by the time police arrived, but admitted to being involved in an altercation at Costco when contacted by police. However, he told police he hit the younger septuagenarian because he felt threatened by him. Police are hoping to review surveillance footage from Costco to clarify what exactly happened.
So how white were these people? Just out of curiosity.
They're at Costco. I mean, come on. Let's be fair here.
They're as white as Swiss cheese.
Whiter than the driven snow on the Alps.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, like, if you're getting a fight over cheese, that's Oh my god, that's one of the most generic white people things I could think of.
I don't know, man. I've had some pretty good cheese in my day. I might punch a couple people for it.
All right.
No, that's true.
So the last article of the day.
Where were you when you had that good cheese? Because it can't be America.
Number one, Wegmans is a local northeastern grocery chain, and they have currently 120 different cheeses.
All right.
A lot of time, yeah, they're from all over the world, my guy. And every once in a while, I go in there and they cut off some of that shit's expensive, dude. You buy like 1 pound block of it, it's like 30, 40 bucks. But every once in a while, they'll have some broad stand out there with samples of like some exotic shit. It's pretty good. Shit,
utility company emails black woman racist password.
Was it the N-word?
Hold on. Yep. An African-American woman from Washington State said a utility company emailed her a racial slur as her temporary password to access her account.
Maybe she didn't pay her bill.
Perfect.
Erica Conway of Renton said she went online Monday to pay her energy bill, but forgot her password, so she clicked a button to receive a temporary one. The shocked customer, a volunteer for the Seattle chapter of the NAACP, said
why am I not surprised?
Said she received. I'm gonna give the initials N, and it literally has like a long line and then A in response.
Nigga?
Yep.
Right.
Wait, hold on. That was literally spelled out.
On here, it literally says N the long dash and then a letter A.
Well, those are randomly generated. I'm sure they have keywords. I mean, was it like a N fucking at symbol?
Also,
GGA, you know what I mean?
Password. No one would guess that. I mean, who gets that idea to type that in?
Is anyone shocked that she worked for the local NAACP that has to bring this whole damn thing up?
Well, everyone knows it's a money grab at this point. I mean, come on. Are you really offended by that? Are you really? Did that ruin your day? I mean, come on. I hate this shit. I hate it when white people do it. I hate when anybody does that shit. Anyway, continue.
It was like an emotional roller coaster. Shock, disbelief, disgust, angry. It was just, even now I'm just kind of like, I cannot believe this. I just cannot believe this.
Oh my God. Was she
literally shaking?
Literally shaking. Literally right now, I can't not.
Yeah, I know.
You know what? I bet for $250,000 she'll feel a lot better.
Oh, well, of course. That's what the whole story's about. It's money.
Conway, who showed the station's previous temporary passwords that were composed of random letters and numbers, said she believes the slur wasn't an accident.
Right.
I was truly in disbelief because it is not normal, and this is not a temporary what a temporary password is supposed to say, she said. Conway said a PSE customer service agent didn't take the slur seriously.
Oh, hold on. Let me. Was this like a utility, like electric, water?
Yes.
Electric.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I had said, do you guys screen out certain words? And Linda was like, yes, we do, which is the service agent. I said, well, you guys didn't screen out this word. And she said, well, why would we? I said, what do you mean, why would we? This is an offensive word. And she stated to me, no one uses that word anymore. And I was like, where are you living? What planet are you living on? I'm getting tired of this bitch with the like.
You did say Washington State.
Yes, I did. My roommate's from there, too. Utility rep Janet Kim told the news station this was offensive.
Oh.
There was no question about it. We apologize to this customer, the community for what has happened, and we are trying to do what we can to make it right.
They don't do a demographic survey when you sign up for your utilities. Like,
no, they really don't. But PSE insisted the offensive word was a computer-generated error. These passwords are generated automatically, so they go straight from the system straight to the customers. So it's not able to be accessed by an employee. Conway and the Seattle NAACP want a sit down with the PSE to discuss the shocking incident and find out what the company can do to prevent it from happening again.
That's code word for a civil lawsuit.
All the time with their hand out expecting a settlement. Let's remember, this is the same NAACP that hired a white woman that thought she was black.
That is, too. That is Washington State, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy fucking shit.
The utility said it had taken measures to make sure temporary passwords are a scrambled mix of letters and numbers. And next month, it will launch a new system that gets rid of temporary passwords.
See?
This is 2018. We're still dealing with issues like this, Conway said. It's pretty sad. As a society, it's pretty sad.
Oh, it's pretty sad a random computer shot out a bunch of fucking letters. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and you know what? I bet it really wasn't the letters. I bet it was like N1
GGA.
GG @.
Yeah, absolutely. Fuck this bitch, and I hope her family dies.
I've done, over the years, done captchas. So many fucking captchas. I can't tell you how many words were randomly generated in the fucking captchas. Like I had one of them. Actually, I don't think the captcha realized, had a filter for it. But I literally had the word "cunt" one time.
Okay.
It was like a number, capital C, lowercase u, capital N, lowercase t, the number 8.
The problem I have with this broad is she probably actually thought someone sat behind a computer and typed this out for her fucking temporary password. Like, she probably thought there was a guy like, I'm gonna fuck with this bitch, nigga. Like, no. Are you too dumb to realize it's all computer generated? I hate this bitch. I hope her dog gets liver cancer.
Or you could just, wish
why
that.
Why did they apologize?
No. Don't wish it on the dog. Wish that her wigs suddenly, go bad and all fall apart.
No, that bitch contaminated the whole fucking crime scene. We need to fucking eradicate everything within a 10-mile radius. Anyway, does it speak of the lawsuit? It's coming.
No, that was it.
Oh, okay.
No, that sit down is code for demand settlement offer.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, now that my blood pressure is at about 190, where do we go from here?
Well, I mean,
I want to talk about another story of people fucking trying to defraud people. Do you have any more of those? Let's look them up.
No, that's the only one.
Well, let me ask Six, because I just noticed he slid in here while he was typing all that shit with the letter N in the chat. I'm looking at like Noodles, Neanderthal.
Mr. Six with his buttery smooth voice here. How you doing?
Yeah, Six. He's probably still cooking. That's usually what he does. Six comes on the stream, and then he's in the kitchen cooking, and it pisses me off because I'm sitting here, like I got Campbell's in a can, and Six is like a gourmet chef whipping shit up over there in Texas.
Okay.
All right, so Burnside has sent me the stats for Chicago, and there's a space in here, so I just told him to jump in because he knows more about this shit than I do. So I'm having him read them.
The stacks?
While that happens, I'm looking up frivolous lawsuits and I'm going to read them off.
I mean, how many people? Okay, so how many people died in Chicago this week? Over the weekend.
So final tally for July is 60 shot and killed. 266 shot and wounded.
So more than Baghdad.
Total shot is 326. Total homicides is 66.
Yeah, they call it Chirac for a reason.
Week in progress of July 29th to the 8th of August. Or to the 4th of August. So far, 4 shot and killed. Shot and wounded, 48. Total shot, 52. And a total of 5 homicides. Year to date, we have 278 shot and killed. Shot and wounded, 1,451. Total shot, 1,729. Total homicides, 332.
Here's the fucked up
war
part.
zones have less action.
Here's the fucked up part about this whole thing. This is all in about a 20-block radius of south Chicago. It's not. You're not going to find that in the touristy parts. It's all where the Section 8 housing is.
Well, can we lay waste to it? We can just like eradicate it like a cockroach or any kind of
firebomb it.
Firebomb. I'm sure we got some Vietnam surplus. We could just carpet bomb.
No, we used all that shit up.
No. We got reserves.
No, we actually ran out of bombs during Vietnam.
Well, I'm sure we're still making them. We're still making them.
Scooby, present me.
Sure. Give me 1 second. Get this thing to work. All right.
All right. So the area that he's talking about, this is Chicago. All these little sections are different, like, territories of Chicago.
Jesus, look at all the triple homicides.
Now, can you overlay a map of, say, where Section 8 housing is in comparison to where all the shootings are?
I don't know how to do that, and this is just on a website.
Because I would put money on a bet that most of this is areas where there is lower income housing.
Oh, Burnside has flat out said that these areas right here are ghetto as fuck.
Yeah.
Where it's dark, where it's 25 plus shootings. Yeah, he said that they're ghetto as fuck.
Yeah, it's kind of like how it is here. It's block to block. You know, you go
because you notice where all the rich white people live, like on the actual lake, and the other nice parts of the touristy parts of the city don't have any shootings at all.
What do you mean by rich white people?
Yeah, the rich white people are the blue spots.
Yeah.
Do you just mean people with jobs? Or do you mean like Bill Gates is all up in like Chicago and shit?
Well, I'm meaning more like people that actually live.
Because when I hear the term rich white people, I think of people like that are like billionaires. You know what I mean? Or maybe even millionaires by the time they're like 40. I would consider that a rich white person.
Here, I got a good question for you guys. My buddy and I actually had this conversation. You know how the U.S. tax code, the highest tax bracket is like $250,000. After that, you make per year, you're considered in the upper echelon of the tax category. Now, in your mind,
$250,000 a year is pretty.
It's well off. Good. It's not rich by today's standard. It's not rich.
Right.
In your mind, how much does one have to have in their bank account for you to consider them rich?
That's what I'm saying. Are they making like $1 million a year? I'd consider that rich.
All right, Scooby, you can start presenting me.
Anything less than that, like $250,000 up to $1 million, it's like upper middle class, I would say.
I would say middle class.
I would say anyone that has available cash assets in excess.
Oh man, I'm rich as fuck.
In excess of $1 million.
It's rich.
Is rich? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'd say very affluent.
Like you could literally just own property.
No.
So you could just own property and be rich?
No, not liquidatable.
Okay.
Not liquidatable assets, not property, but physical cash laying around.
Hold on. Let's clarify this a little bit.
What if all I got is credit?
I googled it. How much money do you need to be considered rich in America?
Oh man, this is from the
and this is actually from Bloomberg.com.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about the U.S. tax bracket.
Well, it's saying to be financially comfortable in America today requires an average of 1.4 million, up from 1.2 million, according to a survey.
Financially comfortable. These niggas are tripping balls.
The net worth needed to be wealthy is an average of 2.4 million. The same as last year with an online survey of 1,000 Americans between the ages of 21 and 75.
Okay.
Oh, so it's an opinion. It's the average opinion of people who have none anywhere close to that amount of money. Gotcha. Okay. That totally, man. What a great fucking article.
Is that 2.5 million in assets, or is that 2.5 million in cash?
No, that's 2.5 million in people speak that have literally no idea what they're talking about. She just said all you need to know. In a study of 1,000 random fucking people, which I guarantee you, based on what we know of statistics, probably 99% of those people were not anything that we would consider rich. So I mean, they called up probably a couple areas in that Chicago map that you just fucking showed. It was like, how much money do you think it needs to take to be rich? And they was like, oh shit, millions, my nigga. And it was like, okay, jotted it down.
I kind of agree with that.
Are we okay? I would define rich in Chicago as being able to own a residence in the John Hancock building.
Dude, worldwide comparison, if you have a job at McDonald's and you work 40 hours a week and you work there for 1 or 2 years, you're globally wealthy.
$34,000.
Get the fuck over yourselves.
Really count.
It's $34,000 to be in the 1% of the world per year. That's all you need to make. Look it up. Factually correct. I ain't lying.
Yeah, no, I don't disbelieve you. I've seen all this actual research, not these fucking internet questionnaires that people go by.
Guys, little question to you. What do you think you can do with $1 in, I don't know, Venezuela now?
Venezuela? Whew,
Yeah.
Man.
Well,
imagine all the things for a dollar. Holy crap.
In Venezuela, a whole lot of nothing, because you have to have products to purchase with that $1.
I'm buying some hookers,
which actually has value, which means you can actually buy something with it.
Oh man, you probably get 4 hookers.
I'm buying a kilo of that fucking
and
Colombian
they stay with you.
cocaine and 5 hookers.
So the buy 4 get 1 free, I'm sure. Oh, you'll have dollars talking all day.
No. We're gonna find that leftover Pablo Escobar cocaine buried under a storage container somewhere, and then we're getting me 5 whores for $1.
Fuck yeah, let's do it.
Fucking right, man. Book the flight. Let's go. Anyway, $10 million. That's my number.
This is exactly why you don't invite me, Scoobie. Just saying, by the way.
Discussing this, here's a link to the balance.
Why? I enjoy it, Purposeful. Come on now.
Which goes into more detail as to how much money does it take to be rich, and it does talk about other assets.
But they're opinion pieces. I was asking people individually what they thought.
Me personally,
include to make it to make it easier. Include assets. Just so you know,
just accumulated total wealth.
Yes, accumulated total wealth. Thank you.
I can't. I'm not good with money. I admit this. But if a person is able to,
we're talking rich here. That's not hard.
I consider my aunt and uncle rich because they can actually pay off their fucking credit card each month to a 0.
Well, that's your answer then.
That's not. Yeah, that doesn't state anything about being rich. That's a statement about responsibility.
Rich is a relative term, like
Yeah,
that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, well, all right. Like, check this out. My one sister, she had a house down on the water, right on the Great South Bay, in Nassau Shores. And hey, Ma, what was she paying a year? Like 36 grand in taxes? Yeah, $36,000 a year in taxes.
Did she have to pay insurance?
Hold up. Your mom is here?
I asked my mother. She just walked into the room.
Oh, okay. You said, hey, Ma, and then Dune's thing lit up. I was like, wait, dude, like, are we doing this? Are we doing this? Is your mom really like on the internet?
Yeah. Hold on. I'll speakerphone my mom. We'll make it a party. Let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, my one sister, where she lived, she actually lived across the street from Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard, the guy that used to be on Oz. Nice guy, by the way. He was the one that was married to that porn star, Terra Patrick. And she's a nice lady, too, but she's a little friendly. But anyway.
A little washed up.
But no, she was a little friendly. No, I'm going back. This is about maybe 20, 25 years ago. But this is actually when she was like in her prime, when her career was like actually going. Yeah, I was a kid. I didn't know who the hell she was. I was like maybe 13, 14 years old, and it's before the internet.
Jesus Christ, back in the day of the VHS with the shady back rooms in your fucking local video store.
Yeah, yeah. You go into that, the place, and it's the Turkish guy behind the counter with the teal shirt and all the gold chains, and yeah, my friend, it's in the back. Yeah, I know exactly.
And you had to walk through those fucking beads, those 70s beads, and part them like you're fucking parting the sea.
Yeah, yeah. They usually it would be right over in the back, over next to where they kept all the dirty magazines. It's where you would go. You get the bar. They'd have the dirty magazines over there, the stacks of charcoal, the lighter fluid, the matches, all the shit to barbecue is next to all the porn stuff for whatever reason.
Christ.
And it's next to the cooler where the 40 ounces were. That's the only reason I remember where the hell it was.
God, you live in a weird part of the country.
Yeah, I do.
All video stores were just video stores. You're talking about barbecues and shit.
Oh, I'm talking about when you go into like a bodega.
Okay.
That's what. Yeah, no. We don't have video stores like that around here. No, you wanted to get like any bodega you go into, they would have like a skin section.
I'm talking about back in the day. They had those knockoff Blockbuster fucking stores set up with just VHS shit, and then have the shady room in the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they had those too, but they dissolved around here mad quick. Like there was you could find Blockbusters everywhere. So by the time it came around to that point, that's why I was just remembering. Like I was thinking of like there was this one joint in the neighborhood. It was called M&M. It was like one of the it was like a convenience store where you could go into this place. You could get milk, you could get eggs, you could get bread, you could get butter, but you could also get a thing of twine, some rubber chickens, hammers. You could get roller skates, and they had a section in the back, and it had all skin videos. But it was weird. It was the first time I'd ever actually seen like hentai. Like, I didn't know that they had that shit back then. This is in the 90s because, they had, like, one of those Voltrons, and all of a sudden, like, everyone thought it was, like, the dubbed edition. And then my friend comes in, he's like, nah, man, they're screwing in that.
I found out about hentai a year ago.
Only a year ago? What?
Dude, I'm not a nerd. I'm sorry if I'm traditional. It's like the regular porn. I don't need an octopus fucking an Asian bitch.
Though
quite a long time, dude. I got my regular bookmarks I've been using for 12 years, dude. What do you mean?
Wow.
You want me to change now? I'm stuck in my ways.
Okay. No, I'm just okay. I mean, it's just hentai is a thing of like being on the internet. You eventually run into it, or like any social media.
Yeah, I know. Run into it. I just started running into it like a year or two. Actually, when I started my YouTube channel and I joined Twitter, I noticed all these people posting hentai, and I literally asked me, "What the fuck is hentai?"
Oh, okay.
I think it was Irate Bear that I actually asked like 2 years ago because he was posting some shit about that. I'm like, what is it? And I think I Googled it or I asked him, and I was shocked. And then I had to watch it, and I jerked off once to it, and I was over with it. I was done.
So then he sat you down and said, well, when two animated females with dicks love each other very much, they produce a hentai.
It's creative. I'll give them that, okay? But I think the Japanese are continuing their march on our Pearl Harbor, or proverbial Pearl Harbor, which is the internet. They're polluting the nation's youth with this hentai, and I'm standing by those words.
Yeah.
Oh, hentai ain't the worst of it. They got some weird shit over in Japan.
Yeah.
Hands down, it's a weird country.
You guys have to understand, like, Japan was literally got 2 nuclear bombs dropped on them. So, I mean, like, you have to forgive them. They ain't right.
We need to drop one more to tell them we're not sorry.
It has nothing to do with like Western aggression or like, hey, we're gonna keep fighting you or get back at you or whatever. No, they're just fucked up, dude. They're fucked up. Everybody who's down there right now has like trace amounts of fucking radiation in their body.
Deutschland as well. We bombed the fuck out of that. Then he went crazy with all that side shit.
Basically, you managed to fuck up 2 industrialized countries.
Fucking right, we did. America.
Keep it up, and we'll fucking add more to the list.
Well done. People like me are here and thinking like, how the fuck am I going?
Wait, hold on. Are you foreign? Where are you from?
Germany.
Spy. Germany.
Oh God, you're next, my dude.
I'm in Germany right now.
Can I ask you what part of Germany? Like like north, south. What's up, Hessen?
Yeah, middle south.
Middle south. Okay. My family's from Freiburg.
All right.
How Stan is
that is in the south. Huh?
How Stan is the part of Germany you're in?
What?
Like, are you still like Germany, or are you like full on Germistan?
Where's Germany anymore?
How many burkas do you have?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Where is Germany? That's kind of the question I'm asking.
One is too many.
Why are you guys kicking the shit out of
all these refugees are now coming into these rural areas, and I'm in a rural area right now. So I come from Frankfurt actually, and I was basically growing up in a Turkish ghetto as a German, of course, and now I'm in the rural area, and they follow me.
And so next you're going to move to Poland. You know, the last same place in Europe.
Honestly, no, because these people would actually reenact the Holocaust on me.
Well, can we what is that word? Resurrect Adolf Eichmann, and we'll take care of the fucking Muslim problem in your country. How about that?
No, you don't need Adolf. You just need to resurrect Jan Slobisky.
Whoever that is, I do not know. But you're German. Say some angry German shit, because that's cool to me.
Only thing we need. Only thing we need is what's his name? Erdogan to just be like, yeah, it's Muslim invasion time. The EU didn't give me what I wanted. So everybody that's in Europe literally revolt, and that'll give us, a reason to be like, oh man, we need to come and enact martial law in the EU. And go protect all of our trade deals since it's considered national security now. Checkmate, faggots.
Protect BMW. Right? I like BMWs. Protect the motorworks.
Friend. He was like a week ago. He was asking me, "How the fuck is this still going on? How the fuck can he actually walk into this country, do his shit as he wants, without getting a crusade in his face?"
Who, the God Emperor?
No, the Erdogan.
The God Emperor.
Oh,
yeah.
Because you're all literally all of your leaders are like actual cucks.
I got a question.
I know.
I got a question. Can I ask you something?
This isn't even I'm not even memeing. Like your leaders are just.
No, I know. It's really annoying, and there's no replacements that actually have spines.
Yes, there is. You know how to use a rope, right?
Oh God.
I mean, it's just a simple question. So here we are. We're a bunch of grown men. I don't live in Europe, so I don't give a fuck what happens to you guys. To be honest,
you will when it's over.
No, I won't. I still won't. There's a very large body of water between us and you. So when you guys become Islamified, we still have missiles that we can launch from submarines into Europe just as easily. It's actually easier than we can launch them into the Middle East. So
I want to protect Deutschland. This is bullshit.
Submarine sandwich.
I'm just saying.
Also, combine German technology and American resources, and you have a new superpower that can actually take on the world.
Fucking right.
America, as it is right now, can't.
You guys have Merkel.
Yeah, get rid of her. Seriously, you have the fucking Marines. Use them. There is a division here. Use that.
You want to put a hit out on Merkel?
I will call Trump on my red phone right now.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of naming him.
Gutenberg, how did you get my red phone?
So Merkel needs the SEAL Team 6 treatment, basically?
Yeah.
I think we're going to be on some kind of list after this.
How she's still in office. I mean, she was.
Oh, look, the stream's no longer available in the EU.
Dude.
Scoobie.
Huh?
How long do you want to keep this going?
We just got started. What's going on here?
Well, do you want to actually set up an after hours and we'll just kill this one and move it to the after hours? I got to go to sleep. My wife's going to fucking feed me my balls in the morning otherwise. I've had to ignore her for the past 2 days because of this shit, I just...
Yeah. I've got work in the morning, so I'm probably going to call it quits here.
Hey, Scoob.
Yo.
Yeah, I got the work in the morning.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and call this, and if you guys want to, we can start in after hours.
Hey, Scoob, I heard you was doing some bad stuff, man.
Oh, I always do bad stuff. Come on, that's why you stream with me.
Please, let's not talk about it anymore.
Yeah. If you,
I didn't talk about it at all. So I mean, I guess technically I win. Is this like golf? I have the score.
There you go.
Yeah. If purposeful, if you
we
have.
didn't say 4.
If you have questions about any of that, here I'll put a link over on the side chat.
I don't. I'm going to be completely honest. I can say everything that I would have even said in the first place in like a really short sentence. I don't care. I don't care because it doesn't involve me, and I don't think that doxing is inherently wrong.
Okay. Well, anyway,
I also don't think what most people think is doxing is what actual doxing is.
Yeah.
So
links in the side chat. It's a 5-hour stream. Have at it.
For what? What is the stream? I don't know. What's going on here?
Nothing.
What do you mean nothing? You can't just bring it up and not tell people.
There's people on the internet that are crying and they're mad at each other. There's some e-drama that literally any grown man that literally any grown man should not give two fucks about. So I'm
I tell you what, if you guys could, anything that's in regards to what this stream is that Tyro just posted up in the side chat feeds, anyone talks about this any further, let's get this going just to fuck with them. Anyone like says anything bad about me to you on Twitter, just hit them back with like hashtag Scoobie's a tear bringer.
Okay, so
tell them to go watch the 5-hour stream.
We're gonna do the outros, starting with Doom Slayer.
I still don't know what's happening here.
I'll tell you after we're off air.
There's a video. Go watch it.
Dune,
I'll watch a 5-hour fucking stream.
Well, screw you. I had to moderate.
Do your outros. Yell
I
at
don't
them.
have an outro.
You don't have one? Okay.
Nope.
Goose.
Sun's rising.
My outro is I want to know what the fuck's happening, and we should bomb Japan at least one more time.
Japan's cool. No, Japan's cool, man.
All right.
Japan, man. Fuck
Nano Reaper, do your outro.
Ah, Japan's cool. Let's fucking bomb Australia this time. Like they're a bunch of faggots right now.
Dude, we can practice on Australia and then move over to the prize.
Practice? No, fuck. Let's skip the man. We got hundreds of years of practice. We don't need practice anymore. Let's just fucking nuke them.
We can start at India.
We don't have hundreds of years of practice in dropping bombs on shit. We haven't had planes that long.
Look. I'm just saying the only thing we actually get out of Australia is somebody that's down there in Southeast Asia that like literally does everything we say. And since we already have Japan and South Korea, we don't need Australia. That's all I'm saying. We just don't need them.
What about Vietnam? Have we done anything there lately? We should carpet bomb them again.
Give them a once over again, yeah.
Yeah, glaze them over.
Okay, I have one request
Except the only problem with that is it's one hell of a fucking tourist destination.
Oh, you should wrong place, wrong time. What do you want me to
do? Just try not to kill the guys that drop shit from the tower. Because I'm sub to those dudes.
Well, everybody's going. I'm sorry.
Oh, hey, guys! I got a new thing. It's okay for me to be a vehement racist now, because all of my leftist idols, like that, I don't know, Zhang lady, whoever the fuck, whatever her first name is, I don't know. I don't care about her.
Oh, Sarah Zhang.
Yes, Terra Zhang. Yeah, all of my and Sean King or Sean White. I don't know. I don't remember what their names are. Tariq Nashoop. Shoop de whoop. But all of it's okay if I'm a vehement racist now because all of my leftist models, they're all my heroes, and I have to follow in their footsteps. So
right,
yeah, I like Shoop. That was a good song.
Okay.
On that note, if you want to have an explanation why neo-Nazis aren't racist, hit me up on Discord.
I want to know why you guys aren't stomping the shit.
No, they're not. No, they're not. You listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. All of my heroes, all of the people that I idolize and want to be like. Yeah. That's all you have to say.
Can we take this on to the after hours, guys?
Yes, we're gonna take this on to after hours. Nano Reaper, are you there?
It's the
red phone button.
Just tell Porpoise to shut the fuck up and go ahead.
Gutenberg, you are invited to my tea time stream this Sunday.
How about right now? I want to stream.
Oi! Before I have to feed somebody through a prop.
All right, let them airplane talk.
In the interest of trying to get this to actually end, goodbye, have fun, and I hope there's not another snake in my fucking outhouse.
Is that a Cessna?
There's a snake in my boot.
That's a 208. Yeah, it's a Grand Caravan.
Did I really call that out? Because I've never seen a plane like that before, and I called it. What was that show? Wings back in the 90s?
You just guessed. Don't even front. You just guessed.
Wings. Show with
you were like, oh, an airplane.
Nantucket. Used to fly little puddle jumpers.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Porpoiseful, do your outro.
Tony Shalhoub.
No. I don't do fucking outro. Like, what do you? I've been here enough times. You know. I'm just gonna sit here and use this time to just continue to talk shit about shit. Like, because that's what I do. Is I literally shitpost verbally. Why do you even do this to me? Why do you? No platform for fascists.
I like okay, fine, dolphin fucker. We'll move on to the next 6 minutes.
Hello, I'm the next 6 minutes. I have a tea time stream coming up this Sunday. I don't know exactly when it's going to be, and I don't exactly know what it's going to be about, but it's
survival of the white race.
It's going to be good.
I'll be there. Now I'm interested.
We're bringing the German. We're going it over. This time we're going to get it right. Come on, German guy. Hop in the car.
Fun.
Oh, this is great.
Okay. Burnside, outro.
All right, I am the Burnside Film Project.
What kind of wacky order is this?
Alphabetical.
Right.
It's called Terra's in Charge. Fuck off.
Are you dyslexic?
Deutsches Bier ist gut.
Ist good. Da. Hold on, we got okay. Before we end the stream, can we get some angry German talk in the stream here? Say something really angry in German. I want to hear it.
How? I don't even know how it works.
What do you mean? Recite Adolf's 1933 victory speech.
I can't do that.
The Adolf 1933 victory speech sounded like a dog hocking a hairball.
Juden.
Well, you know, the Germans today speak completely different than from back then, right?
What? Really? That was like 70 years ago. How much different is it?
If you haven't
seriously, we've been through 4 ideologies.
Incarcerated.
We can really talk differently.
You're gonna tell me our American bombs changed the way you talk? I fucking love this country. I fucking love this country. We should check in on the Japs, see if their language changes at all. Right? Fucking nips.
With my pocket calculator.
Look at that.
Anyway, end the stream for fucking SPLC calls.
Your outro.
I know. I'm trying.
I'm controlling.
Just tell them to shut the fuck up.
Burnside, all right. Convertible going down the highway.
Anyways, you can find me on YouTube, BitChute, Twitter, Gab AI, and Discord. Within the next few weeks, we'll be getting the next installment of Backline done. The Cult of Rizzoism may be coming about in the next Chronicle after. We're working on 6, and 7 may have a surprise interview. I responded to an interview.
What did you just say?
Yeah.
I've got shut up.
Yeah, I've got a potential interview lined up. There's apparently there's a subsect within the cult of Kekistan that worships my mentor, Bobby Rizzo, and they're allegedly
you can explain that further, Burnside, off air. Finish.
No, Burnside. Who are these people? What the fuck?
Plot twist on the secret guest. Spoiler alert. Oops.
Nonetheless, that'll be on Backline. That'll be on YouTube and BitChute. Just type in Burnside and Kakistani. You should have no trouble finding it at all. Aside from that, really don't have any more projects lined up. I'll see what goes on. Just stay tuned.
Okay, Tyro, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead and do your outros.
Okay, so let's see. We've got Lo-Fi's Low Lives had a 5-hour stream earlier today. It is currently on the channel. Go watch it. Share my pain. Suffer as I have suffered.
Before I involve myself in 5 hours of torture, can you give us a synopsis of what the stream
You're
is
going
about?
to watch it, Gutenberg.
It's a shit show.
Yeah.
Fucking
I heard a little bit of a
shickle
through
that.
5 hours.
Notes, and you're going to timestamp.
I can't get a hold on.
Little torture boy.
I can't get a half hour.
I can't get a half hour. Why can't get a half?
Anyway,
that's actually
funny.
Tyro, I have something to say.
Huh?
I have something to say.
What do you have?
By pressing down this special key, it plays a little melody.
Ooh.
Okay.
And there was silence.
Okay. Anyway.
I told you to stop with the fucking inhalant in the string feed. Seriously, that propellant, that's not for inhalant, bro.
All right. Anyway.
Sorry, Tyro, he's been into the inhaler again.
Okay, all right. So check out Moonfest Destiny Tuesday, 8 p.m. Central. That's going to be the next showtime. I've got a video on the works here with Lo-Fi. I might do something else on my own channel here soon. Whew, my throat's a little worn out, but yeah. So subscribe to me and subscribe to Moonfest Destiny. Woo! Join the server too.
Okay, Scoobie.
All right. Well, this is a really interesting stream. I had a lot of fun, definitely, especially towards the end. Well, you guys know the deal. I'm Scoobie331. You guys can follow me here on YouTube. I'm on Minds.com, Gabby I, Patreon, and PayPal. And I am still in limited state suspension on Twitter because Jack Dorsey's a punk. Yeah, thank you, Terra, for hosting. And have at it.
All right, and I am Terra Sin, your favorite cyber bitch. Please don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and you all have a good night.
All right.
Well then.
Bye-bye.
None of you know the lyrics.